Hey, what is going on, everybody? Today we're doing a product preview video for the brand new 2025 Topps Stadium Club. So Stadium Club is one of my favorite rips, literally every single year. Amazing photography. The cards are always super cool. And this year should be a lot of fun, although it's a little bit of bad news on this release, and we'll get to that first. We're going to go through today what we're going to go through. We're going to go through the checklist really quickly. I mean, it's a short checklist. It won't take long. We'll take a peek at the autographs, and we're going to go through some print run numbers, and I'll get to that in just 1 second. If you missed it yesterday, we started our Profit Challenge week. It's going to be awesome. We're doing all different kinds of products. We have 6 different products, 6-part series. Part 1, like I said, was yesterday, and we're not posting part 2 until tomorrow, because we want to get as many guesses in as possible. If you want to be a part of the giveaway, make sure to go to part 1, watch that video in its entirety, and put your guesses in. We did Stadium Club, ironically, yesterday, and we finished that series with Chrome Cosmic, which is one of the best sets out there. And also, this set, the Stadium Club set, just a heads up, this will be available on release day, which is February 18th. We will be sending a text out to our text club to notify you when this goes live. Make sure to sign up for our text club. It is free of charge. It's just scan that QR code on the screen or go to the link in the description, the link in the pinned comment. What is our text club? We notify you when Topps does drops and other places as well, and restocks and stuff like that, to get you the best price possible and not avoid you paying like secondary market pricing. The texts we send out are affiliate links, but and it helps the channel big time if you use our links to buy, but it's no extra cost to you. Just a heads up on that one, but we really appreciate everybody using our links. All right, so first of all, Stadium Club. I want to give a shout out. The print run numbers that we're going to be using, shout out to Slab Squatch Sports Cards. I need everybody to go follow this guy on Twitter immediately. You want to talk about the most thorough breakdowns of Topps releases. It's not just baseball. He does everything. Go follow him on X, I should say. I keep calling it Twitter. I can't get out of my head. He is at Wax Metrics, or just type in Slab Squatch Sports Cards and you'll see him pop up. Thorough analysis. This is one of our Discord members. Shout out to the Discord. And he posts, you're going to see a couple screenshots pop up. And he basically posts every single one of his analysis, not only on Twitter, but in a Discord group that we created. We created his own forum to break these numbers down. Super informative stuff. So I really recommend the follow. But let's get into Stadium Club. Now, I'm ticked off big time about what Topps did with Stadium Club. I think it's ridiculous what they've done. So pre-order, if you missed this whole fiasco, basically what went down, we all got pictures of these boxes, right? So when you're pre-ordering, you can click on the Topps website, you can zoom in on the box, and one format in particular, Stadium Club, I will always recommend you buy hobby. Always, 100 times out of 100, even though there's only one autograph instead of 2, like last year's set, hobby's almost always the way to go. But what we saw with the retail format, specifically the mega boxes, they were going to have a bunch of chromes in those megas, Stadium Club chrome cards, and chromes and hobbies as well. I looked at the mega boxes and they were $1,000 per case. And I saw a huge value there because you were getting a certain number of, I can't remember if it's the blues, we'll go through it, but a bunch of parallels, a bunch of inserts, and then a bunch of these chromes. So for me, I'm looking for best price point per parallel, typically when I'm buying retail, because I'm always going to buy hobby, but there's always one retail format that sticks out. Like for flagship series, it's usually hanger boxes for me. Even if the numbers say they're not the best, I just always gravitate towards them. The megas seem to be the best. I bought a case. A lot of people followed suit, and I don't blame them. What Topps did is an absolute joke. They released more images after pre-order was already done and everybody put their orders in, and they changed the packaging and pulled chromes off of everything. It's crazy. It's straight up false advertising. I felt bad for everybody. And, they can say it's a mistake all they want. They did the same thing with basketball. I'm not a basketball collector, but there's this big blue X-Fractor fiasco with Cooper Flag, and that release has been huge. And I guess they're making that one right. I heard that they're replacing regular X-Fractors with the blues or something like that. So at least they're doing something about that. But this was a tough one, having that be the case. But anyways, If they don't have chrome, I didn't cancel any of my orders. I'm still doing hobby. I'm still doing a mega case. If they don't have chromes, the only thing I hope, which they don't, they pretty much said that they're not going to have chromes. The only thing I can hope for is that maybe they do a standalone chrome set. Now, in 2022, one of my favorite sets of 2022, this is way before I had a channel, was 2022 Topps Stadium Club Chrome. It was its own set. It was awesome and super fun set to rip. Maybe they're going to do that again, I hope. But otherwise, I was super ticked off, just like everybody else. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and hold hands with Topps and sing Kumbaya. It was really bad, just a really bad look on their part. But let's get into this. So you're going to see screenshots pop up. These are screenshots directly from the Discord, by the way. As you can see, there's a forum called Slab Squatch Analysis where he does his breakdowns. So basically what he puts here, the first thing we're going to do is go through the changes because he originally ran his numbers with the chromes in there. And he says, appears that its Topps is being a bit sneaky, and I have a feeling there will be some unhappy collectors like me and probably you. New renderings, that's what I was talking about, the new photos of retail format packaging has no mention of chrome cards in the product, except for autos, which it says right down here. Important to note, chrome autos will be in the product because 90% of the autos are chromes. So keep that in mind. The total number of cards remains the same. The total number of base remains the same. Base card print run 269,045 each. So pretty high print run on this product. You'll see. I think there's a breakdown in here of the right there. Actually, it is. If we do not have chromes or chrome parallels, this increases the list of weird omissions made to a product that has year-over-year increase of 121%. So a pretty big jump. Also, the popular 2024 inserts and parallels, as you see this other screenshot pop up, potentially axed from 2025 Stadium Club include the gold minted. Insane that they got rid of that. It's my favorite case hit. The gold minted were so good. Black foils and purple foils appear to be gone. First day issues appear to be gone. Image and design variations, including the autos. I don't know whose idea it was to let's omit all this stuff, but it gets worse. Going yard. So there is the going yard autos. It's a great checklist. We'll get to that later. But that was a good, tough insert to pull. It was die cut. I remember I think every year it's been a die cut. So that's one that they got rid of. Stadium Club in 3D. Why? Why are we getting rid of that? It was so cool. If you guys remember last year, I pulled the Aaron Judge 3D card. It was one of the coolest pulls we had. And then triumvirates, again, is just crazy. That was my favorite insert. If you don't know what triumvirates are, they were die cuts, like triple die cuts, that you could kind of put together and form one card, but they were super, super cool. And he just gives a summary here. Either Topps butchered an odds sheet or there'll be dismantling pivotal pieces of a popular product. I don't like these changes, to be honest with you, at all, especially the omission of the chromes when you said they were going to be in there. But even this other stuff too, I'm really not a huge fan of. Next screenshot here. This says, it is clear when it comes to retail, the EA version of all formats is distinctly better. As strange as it sounds, don't order retail directly from Topps. So what he's saying here, the SE, I think there's a difference, the EA and the SE. EA is direct from Topps. SE is retail that you find out in the wild, which seems like it's going to be better based off of the odds sheets. So you look at the value landscape. This is part of the reason I bought Megas. 35 cents per card. It was a cheaper format to get a lot of cards, and then when you added the parallels in, it was the clear-cut retail format. But now, we've lost those chromes. Per parallel, $1 per parallel. Megas, $2.49. Blasters or value boxes, whatever you want to call them, $2.76. Price per auto, Megas, $1.59. Hobby, $1.01. I found that very interesting that the Megas are going to have decent chances at autos. This is the main reason why I decided to not cancel my order, because I do want to do a retail format of this product. And Megas seemed like, I think the way he put it was like 1 out of every 3 boxes, you're pretty much going to get an autograph in 1 out of 3. And then we got $1 per numbered card, $2.64 for hobby, and $3.45 there for Mega. At a macro level, this view looks very tame compared to my full spreadsheet that itemizes every parallel, insert, and auto, but the takeaway is unmistakable. Hobby boxes are the most cost-effective way to pull meaningful variations of any kind, and that is, I agree with 100%. So there's people who do the analysis like Slab Squatch, which is awesome. And then I'm the type of guy, I do the rip. So I want to rip every format to figure out what I think is the best that you should buy. I'm more of just a hands-on guy. I'm just not a numbers guy. That's all. So it will be very interesting to see how these all play out. Next screenshot here is the print runs. These are really important because most of these are not numbered. So obviously, you know the print run of a numbered green to 99 or whatever. It's serial numbered. But a lot of this stuff is not serial numbered. So you need to know what you pulled. If you pull a members only, this is telling you there is 60 of those made. That's it. That's a low numbered parallel. It's comparable to a gold, for Topps Chrome or something that's got 50. This has 60. Photographer's proof. Impossible pull. 30 each. Those are very tough. So you got to know what you have if you're going to keep something long-term or sell it or whatever. The sepias are 4,020, reds 8,800. The reds are always notoriously higher than some of these other ones. Bronze is 1,100, blue 275, black and white. Black and white is one of my favorites. It's the one last year I pulled the Skeens and Jackson Holiday actually, but Skeens was the big one, and they were selling low. If you guys remember, the Skeens black and whites were selling way too low, and there was people listing black and whites as sepias. As somebody who scours eBay, you got to pay attention for that stuff because there are people out there, unfortunately, they just do not know the difference between the parallels, and these are not numbered, so you can snag a black and white. I remember hundreds of people snagging black and whites of Skeens, all the top rookies, Skeens, Holiday, Langford, Jackson Merrill, Churio. People were misrepresenting those. So make sure you know what you got in this set. Pinks over 3,300. I think the pinks are Fat Pack exclusive like they were last year. Light blue, 6,880. Lime green, a ton, 9,000. Base chrome, that's omitted. So just forget about that. Beam Team is a 20-card checklist, 610 each. That's a little higher than I thought they would be. Concentration, 25-card checklist, 35,000, or the pinks, only 140. That is a massive difference. So you got to be paying attention. If you got a pink, look at the difference between a regular and a pink. It's crazy. In case of emergency, same thing. Savage Sluggers, same thing. Yours for the taking, same thing. Watch out for those pinks when you pull those inserts. Autos, the base auto, 161 card checklist, which is, I believe, up. That is a higher amount of autos than normal. 760 of the base, 265 base yellow, base chrome autos, which is a 73 card checklist, so kind of lower there, 160, so not bad. There's not a ton of the chrome autos. Abstract autos, 120. Concentration autos is 125. Going yard autos, you can see they are on the odds sheet, even though they don't have those as regular inserts. 16 card checklist, 110 each. In case of emergency, that's cut off, but that's 75 each is what that's supposed to say. And Savage Sluggers autos is only an 18 card checklist and 70 each for that one. So these are really cool numbers and stuff that, like, if I was you, I'd come back to this video, reference this stuff. It's very important. Let's go into the checklist now. You're going to see a screen recording pop up here, and we got the Stadium Club Baseball checklist overview. The base set will run 200 cards. This is a tight checklist, which is what we all want. You want a super tight checklist because you want your obviously your best chance to pull the best rookie parallels and or veteran parallels, guys like Shohei and Judge and stuff like that. Photos are high quality as usual, and basically the design is always kind of dummied down so that you can see the photography. I love this year's design. Some people were complaining about it. I really like it. Look at that Paul Skeens. That's an awesome throwing the football. I love it. And it's kind of cool because Paul Skeens came to Buffalo to see Josh Allen, which was really cool, and there's pictures of that and whatever. The base set also gives collectors a unique look at retired greats. They always do that every year. There's Trevor Hoffman. The set is covered by an expansive list of parallels. So here's all the parallels. I mean, we already went through some of these. The black and white turquoise, members only gold, photographer's proof, rainbow foil. The rainbow foils are numbered. The gold rainbow foils are numbered. So some of these that you didn't see On the print run numbers, those are numbered, so you obviously know the print run. At 1 and 8 hobby packs each, common inserts include Savage Sluggers Concentration, yours for the taking, and in case of emergency. Those are very common. You will pull those a lot. The other insert, Popular Returner Beam Team 1 and 256. That is more case hit type of an insert. And it's really cool. Look at that design. It's got like a little laser background. Hopefully those are like kind of shiny foil inserts. There's the Shohei Ohtani. Autographs have become a staple of recent Stadium Club releases, and they utilize brilliant designs and crisp photography. You will find on-card ink base autographs and base chrome autographs. Now, the chromes usually are sticker autos, unfortunately. But I don't know about the numbered chrome variations, but I remember when I pulled the Bobby Witt to 25, I'm pretty sure that was a sticker auto as well. But the regular cards are on card. And there's the going yard. Die cut is returning. So like I said in the beginning, those used to be die cuts and they used to be tough to pull and they were cool inserts. Now only the autograph version. And you can see that Vladdy there has a sticker auto. So we'll see sticker auto here as well. And in case of emergency, I'm not a huge fan of the sticker autos being just buried all over this product because they raise the price on it. I mean, they keep raising prices. We keep taking hits away. We're taking things away. It's very frustrating for, collectors like myself who, I enjoy I enjoy on-card autos. I don't mind paying more for boxes, but give me the quality back. Just give me the quality of the product back. And let's go down here now to the checklist. Here's the base checklist. I mean, we're not going to spend a lot of time here. They list the parallels again. I'm just going to scroll through so you can read. There's Nick Kurtz, number 9. The key rookie that everybody's going to be chasing in this set. It's all the rookies from what we've been ripping. Christian Campbell's on there. There's Chase Dollander, Jace Young. You're going to have all your key veterans. Like I said, 200 card checklist is nice and tight. There's Luke Keyshaw, as my phone's about to die. I saw a notification. My phone's always going to die. Cam Smith, Drake Baldwin, Matt Shaw. Again, all the key top players in the league that are currently playing, all the key rookies that you're chasing, and then some legends mixed in as well, as is the case always with Stadium Club. You got guys like there's Derek Jeter. I'm sure Griffey's on here. I didn't look, but he's usually in every release. And the checklist ends with Haesung Kim there at number 200. You can see Ben Rice there too. Bunch of key rookies. Roki Sasaki, number 187. As we scroll back up here, autographs. Here's the autograph checklist, 161 base autographs. You can see they come in yellow, turquoise, gold, rainbow foil, green, gold, rainbow foil. They do not have what those cards are going to be numbered to listed on here yet, but that'll be pretty obvious. The auto checklist for the base autos, I'm not going to lie to you, is not very good. It's not great. There are great autos mixed in here, but because they expanded the checklist, you're going to see a lot of autos on here that you probably have no interest in pulling whatsoever. But then, of course, you got your key rookies and you got I love Ken Griffey Sr. is on here. I thought that was awesome. You got your key rookies and other top players to chase as well. Let me just make sure does Shohei have a base auto? He does not. So Ohtani is not on this list. I wanted to look because I forgot to look before I came on. He does have autos in the set though. And here is the chrome autograph checklist. 73 cards, much tighter, way better checklist for the chromes. You can see right off the bat, Aaron Judge, Andrew McCutchen, Albert Pujols, Barry Bonds, Bobby Witt. There's Ben Rice, Cade Horton. I mean, you got Derek Jeter. Ellie is in here. A lot of the Jacob Wilson, a lot of the key autos you're going to be chasing are going to be coming from the chrome set, and there's Ohtani right there. So Shohei is in the chrome set. Nick Kurtz is in the chrome set. So you're going to want them chrome autos for sure because you got a way better chance to hit a banger from the chrome set. Savage Sluggers autographs is an 18-card tighter checklist. Shohei is on that one. In case of emergency autographs, Derek Jeter, Dylan Cruz, Bobby Witt, Pujols again, Churio, J-Rod, James Wood, Jacob Wilson. The insert checklist autos are phenomenal. The dual autos, I'm sure they're going to be really tough to pull, but George Brett, Bobby Witt, Carlton and Nola, Holiday and Gunnar, Chipper and Acuna, Longoria and Caminero. The Longoria one was interesting to see on there. Barry Larkin and Ellie De La Cruz, A-Rod and Seager, Dylan Cruz, James Wood, and of course the big one, Nick Kurtz, Jacob Wilson. And there's the going yard autograph checklist. Really, really solid. Sammy Sosa is a cool one to have on there. Shohei's on there. Acuna. Mark McGuire is on there. We got some steroid boys on there. Barry Bonds, you got to love it. So those will be fun to chase as well. And abstract autographs, which I do not know exactly what those ones look like, but there's a checklist there for those. The inserts, scroll back up. Here's the inserts. There's the Beam Team. I'm just going to scroll through these. We're not going to stop. But there's the Beam Team inserts, all the key players, very good checklist. Those are case hit type cards, so you're pretty good value if you pull one of those. Savage Sluggers, 25 cards. These are the base inserts. So, we don't even need to really go through these. You're going to see these a bunch in case of emergency. Look how short this checklist is, though. That's it. Like, that's really all we got here. So, basically, what am I happy about with Stadium Club? Well, I love ripping it. Every single year. It's a phenomenal set. The photography is my favorite. Like when I'm building out my PC, as you guys and gals know, I've told you a million times now, I got to sell some stuff to keep the channel operating. So I try to keep Stadium Club in my collection because I love the way it looks. So for me, a lot of this stuff that I pull, the big players will end up being, PC cards for me just because they look good in the display room. The bad is higher price point, less autographs in hobby, maybe make up for it with the megas, having a good chance to get mega autographs, and the no chromes. But I'm not going to rip them too hard for the no chromes until I see if they don't have a standalone chrome set. But it's still false advertising. You can't advertise a box. You can't make that mistake where you advertise something and then you don't give the people what you're advertising after they already purchased the product. So there's a little bit of tarnish around Stadium Club, which is unfortunate because we all were waiting for this set for so long to come out. There was a lot of people who thought it might not come out, just like Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary, which we finally got word that they are dropping that as well, even though we don't have a pre-order date. So either way, what did I buy for the channel? I always hit full disclosure to everybody on what I buy. I bought a hobby case, and we're going to do a full case profit challenge with that. I bought a mega case that we're probably going to do a case challenge with as well. And I bought some loose hobby boxes and some loose blasters to do a hobby versus retail. That's a very popular video. And just some other, one-off profit challenges and stuff like that. So we got a lot of Stadium Club coming in, just like Series 1. So there's going to be a ton of this content available on the channel. But that's about it. Pretty cool product. Make sure to go follow at Wax Metrics on X. I'm going to be using a lot of his numbers to do a lot of preview videos like this because I really enjoy the thorough breakdown that he does. So make sure to go give him a follow. And like I said, yesterday we started a not a full case, but a profit challenge week. So make sure to go put your guess in, go watch part 1 in its entirety and get your guesses in. It is going to be a very, very fun week. If you want to continue to follow along with all the content, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.